Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me, this is my first time doing this solo in a very long time, but this is the one, the only, the best driver in Ace Sliders, Justin Shackett, coming from you live in my living room, coming in to do the broadcast. So excited, can't wait. This is going to be an exciting night tonight. My partner in crime, the one, the only, the Canadian that everybody loves to hate, Denkate. Hi, Denkate.
Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy.
How are you tonight?
Anxious.
Are you super excited to go custom racing at Auto Club?
No, I'm never excited.
Well, this is going to be an exciting race. I'm excited to be back. I've been kind of not really commentating. I've kind of been in the Jeff Gordon, Clint Boyer seat, with a couple other people. Didn't have anything else better to do tonight. I was like, why not? We're here. So, kind of to go down before we get going, while we get everybody, kind of ready to go. Tonight is the quote-unquote championship race here in Seat Customs. They didn't have playoffs. They were old season points straight out through the entire season. So it was try to gain as many points as you could throughout the season. Tonight we are going to get our champion here in C Sliders. The exciting thing is everybody here is really gonna... Everybody here tonight's going to really be able to, really show their stuff next season, because I'm excited, personally coming from an Ace Slider driver to kind of see some new and up-and-coming drivers next season. What are you looking forward to tonight, Denkate?
I am looking forward to a caution-free race. Hoping that it works.
I have faith in you guys. I don't know if everybody's gone to Auto Club this season, but a couple of us. Now. Okay, we're gonna blue screen for 1 minute, just so I can get into the race. I don't know if everybody's gone here, but throughout the entire season, there has been phenomenal racing in every series. So far. So we're gonna load in here in a minute. So kind of as right now, as I'm looking at the points, old Johnny Boy, if he doesn't get caught up in anything tonight, he can really get some. Do you guys do stage points?
Nope, no stages.
So
no cautions.
If he doesn't really get caught up in anything, too bad tonight. But Palm Coaster did qualify on the pole. So that's one guy that we are going to have to look out for. I think kind of everybody else, you're just kind of fighting for just to stay where you are in points. So here we go. We're going to go green. We have Palm Coaster sitting on the pole. So that is old Johnny Boy's kind of quote-unquote rival for tonight for the championship. So if you're Palm Coaster, what do? Do you lay low? Do you try to stay out in the front the entire way? Or... Oh, hi Javier, how are you? I miss you. So
I miss you too.
Denkate says he misses you too. So, kind of the other thing too to watch out for tonight is Johnny Boy started, outside pole. So those two drivers really can't get caught up in the back, towards the back or the middle of the pack, because that's going to be an easy place to get caught up in a wreck for tonight. So, but I mean, we do see some good racing right now. The 25 is going to make a run to the outside. That is Wayne Broom.
We got a wreck.
We have a wreck in the back.
Yep.
I believe Do and Maverick got into it, and it looks like the 48 got caught up in that as well.
Nope, I missed it.
The Maverick did go around, so that's not going to be good for him. So Wayne Broom is making his way on the outside. He's essentially running the outside the entire way and is probably going to end up taking the lead from the 8 right here. And the 78 gets up into the 22, so it's going to push the 22 way out of the groove and put him in a spot that he doesn't want to be early, and he scrapes the wall right there. So, yeah. The 22 right now, I know that you're there. You have to keep the 3 in sight, but don't take yourself out of it being aggressive running, because like the title of this race says, 5 wide and handsome. You're going to be 5 wide sometimes all the way around the track. So your best bet is to make the move when you can. And I don't know about you, Denke, but when I like running this track, I don't necessarily run the bottom. I'm more middle or high, because the other thing too,
I'm trying to do.
Later in the run, if you're trying to pass a guy on the low side and you don't know if they're going to be able to hold it coming off the turn, you could easily get taken out by a guy sliding off the corner and taking you out along with their spin. So yeah, kind of go through the field. So this is your second place driver in points, Old Johnny Boy. He's kind of just staying steady right now. He's going to make a move on the 8 here. Same thing with him. He just doesn't need to make any unnecessary moves if he doesn't have to. I mean, he has to gain some points on the leader in points. So he's definitely got to make sure. I don't know how much of a deficit he is in right now. And then we'll just continue to kind of scroll through the field right now while everybody's kind of single file right at the moment. He gone. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He has been, from what I understand, a consistent driver all season.
Yep.
Wayne Broom, we all know, very well accustomed. Sometimes can be a little more aggressive than guys want to see. But unfortunately, you know, we can all get like that sometimes. Mac Attack, not really familiar with him. I haven't run with him much. I've heard his name in the chats here and there, and the 24 off turn 2 looks like he's already starting to get, so the 24 Pro 75 already looking to get really loose off turn 2 and almost had to catch the car. NASCAR 82 kind of falling off the pack right now. HW,
and everybody has to fit twice.
Yeah, so that's another thing to keep on too, is these guys towards the back may be saying, okay, you know, let me try to save some stuff here and see if they can go a little bit longer. And the other thing too is if you're back here, sometimes if there's a wreck, you can
just
miss
went
it.
Down. He saved it, I think, though.
So we're only, if I can remember correctly, 5 laps into the run, and there's guys already starting to get loose off turn 2, which is not going to be beneficial for them in the long run. And then we have Keith in the 2, one of my good, very friends. Super excited to see him move up next season into some higher cars.
We have a car out of the race.
We have one car already out. Who is that?
Or did he just pit early?
Do the Do, I think, has already left the race because he is not moving off pit road in that Hendrick number 5 car. So that is not going to be a good way that he wants to end the season.
Oh, we got a big wreck. We got somebody in the grass on the front stretch.
I think we just had somebody in the grass. I don't think they necessarily wrecked. The 24 got
right
into the 2. So I think there may be a... Oh, the 17 looks to be slow.
The red car?
I think Pro 75 and Keith may have had some sort of a scuffle, because going into the next turn, the 24 kind of doored him up the track a little bit and made him kind of lose the draft. The 22 is blocking right now, which is not something you necessarily want to do being a championship caliber driver. I know that you probably are looking for him to push you up there, but that's just a sticky situation you get yourself put into, because that driver may retaliate and take you out of the championship contention altogether. Because if you lose any more ground that you have and you spin, you're going to have to hope on a miracle to get anywhere close back to the front. I'm just going to periodically check on comments in here. Sorry, everybody. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Denki, how are you? How's your car so far?
So I seem to be doing it all right. Now I'm sitting back here in 11th place. I don't know if that's any good for me, but...
So kind of right here, I'm still on board with the 24 because this is really the only real battle we have right now. I can see that there's an all-black car kind of catching up to Wayne Broom as the run goes on, but the 22 just needs to get in line with these guys and essentially work together because you guys don't run stages, correct?
Nope.
So, I mean, the more you race side by side here, the less time the more time you're gonna lose, and those leaders could easily get a really big head start getting on pit road.
I think Broom's got a big lead.
So it looks like somebody is catching up to Broom. Let's go on board. So old Johnny Boy is slowly starting to reel the 48 back in, and they have kind of pulled away from the 8. The 8's kind of the lonesome guy right now. He's sitting in third, which isn't a bad place to be because there is a huge pack behind them that everybody is racing in currently. So I like what the 3 car is doing. He's making the straightaway more straight coming off from the turns, where I know Broom is essentially trying to break the draft and stay low, but that's not really setting him up for the corner, because what happens is he ends up siding up in the middle in 3 and 4, and the 3 is going to get more of an arc coming out of the turn. Where in customs, a lot of these guys may be full throttle the entire way through.
Oh, we got a car around.
There's one car.
Pro 75 is around.
So I'm not sure what happened there. He was racing in that pack. It was with the 22, so I don't know if there was any contact made with the 22 at all. The 41 had caught back up to this pack, and now he has, now that they've gone single file, lost touch with that entire pack again. The 70 cars steadily in 4th. There's Denkate in the 48s.
Yeah, I got Maverick catching up to me. And he was involved in that first wreck.
And then here's Maverick. He was involved in that first wreck. Essentially, it's full out for him. He's got nothing to lose. He's got to try to do something on pit road to get back up into the top group. The S14 is a guy that I've raced with before. He's a very steady driver. Not really seeing him on customs very much. Oh, the 3's going down pit road. So we are going to stay on board with Broom right here and see what move Broom is going to counteract with. Is he going to stay out longer than the 3? Or now that the 3 has shown that he's going? Sorry, I had to mute myself for a minute. The dogs were barking.
Yep.
So I don't... yeah, I think Broom is... Is he coming down? No. So he's going to stay out another lap. Looks like the 62 is trying to come down, but he is still in the racing groove. Trying to get on pit road, which that could have been very dangerous for a lot of drivers. So it looks like Palm Coaster is coming down now. Old Johnny Boy came off pit road, so he is going to go a lap down to Broom, but he is going to have fresher tires to Broom, so he's going to have essentially 2 laps fresher tires. It looks like the 8 car has moved into second. Broom's going down now, so the 8 car is going to stay out another lap. So I'm going to go back on board with the 8 or the 3 car for a minute and see what kind of ground he's going to make
The 8's
up
the leader
to.
right now.
Yeah, so I just want to stay on board with the 3 car, because the 3 car has already pitted. I just want to see what kind of ground he's going to make up to Broom with pitting 2 laps prior to Broom, and essentially who got on and off pit road better. Because we all know at Auto Club, getting on pit road is one of the most horrible tracks to get on pit road with, because you can spin out under braking. So it looks like the Keith is coming down now. So 3 cars coming across pit start finish now. So yes, the 3 car is going to overtake the 25 by a lot. But the 8 car is still out. So now it's what kind of space can the 3 car make up on the 8s? So yeah, so Broom has about a half a straightaway gap between him and the car in front. Which I'm not 100% sure too. If the 3 car won, he obviously would win the championship, but I don't know how many positions he would have to stay behind if the 22 won the race to not make it.
What's the point difference?
I think it's about a 20-point difference.
I'm thinking maybe 2 cars, I think.
Now everybody's kind of spread out with no stages, no cautions, no nothing. You know, everybody essentially for the rest of the race is going to be spread out. So we're just going to kind of scroll through everybody for a minute to see what's going on. Yeah. So okay. So the 8 car essentially stayed out 4 laps later than Broom. That could work for him later in the race. But at the same time, those guys have had fresher tires, so they gained a lot more time than he probably wanted.
Seriously?
There's the 8, there's the 25, there's the 17. The 5 is the only one that essentially has left the race so far. The 78 is on pit road. Is currently on pit road. 48 is on pit road. Maverick is coming either on or off. BS did a really nice save to save it from not spinning, getting on pit road. Palm Coaster is back on track.
Dan Cate's coming out now.
So I don't believe Broom, he may have made up a little bit of ground, but he's not really making up, from what I can see. Of course, it's hard to gauge when you're not in the race, but I want to say he's about maybe 2.5, closer to 3 seconds.
The 62 is the leader at the moment. Nope, now it's the 3.
Yeah, so the 62 is going to lose a bunch of time. He really had to save it to getting on pit road. He was getting really sideways. He did not go around, but he had really nice throttle and brake control to get onto pit road without it spinning out and losing more time. Keegan has, I think, fallen behind the 22 after that pit cycle. So we're going to stay on board with Broom for a couple of laps and see, is he closing in? Is he not closing in? Can I get a lap count whenever you get to the line, Denkate?
Yep. Just give me a second. Gonna find out. I think I'm on the lead lap still. Oh, why did you do that? Alright, I'm coming up to the start-finish line.
Our in-race reporters trying to do multiple things at once.
27 laps remaining.
So essentially either 27 or 26 laps to go, depending on if you're on the lead lap or not. So when do you anticipate the next pit stop for the ones that pitted way before everybody else?
Well, you get 22 laps of fuel, so...
Do you think anybody's going to chance it and really stretch it, or...
Technically, you shouldn't... Because I think it's a 50-lap race, and you have to say you're only allowed to save 6 or 5 laps of fuel, and you're going to be short by, I think, 6 or 7 laps. So I know it's a two-stop minimum.
Obviously, nobody can make it. We know that. At Auto Club, you can't save that much. We are going to go on board with the 8 car for a couple laps. I need to run and take a bathroom break. I will be right back.
So if he's on the 8 car, the 3 car's a leader. I'm sitting back here in 12th place. Trying to get back up into 11th. If I don't hit the wall anymore. The 3 car is still the leader. The 3 car is still the leader. I'm not sure what kind of, action you guys are seeing on there.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that's
trying
what
to help
happens when
you out
you
a
drink too
bit.
much water.
I was trying to help you out a bit, but
Yeah. So it does now look like Broom is really closing down on the 3. Obviously now you're going to notice that tire difference between the two of them. Essentially Broom has a 3-lap tire advantage coming into the longer run. The other thing too that's going to be nice to watch is, kind of the difference between custom and the difference between the custom and the sliders is that, with the sliders you may see more pack racing than you will with customs. Obviously, with customs, depending on the driver, depending on how long they spend on the setup, a lot of them are trying to get the car to go full throttle as much as possible so that
it's hard.
Yeah, so essentially these guys work all week, maybe, sometimes even a couple of weeks on these setups, knowing that, this is the last race of the season. They kind of want to, if they're not in the championship hunt, kind of put their name as the one that won the last race going into next season.
Yeah.
So the 3 cars pitting now. So Broom obviously is not going to pit now. How many laps do we have left?
We have, I think, 20 laps to go.
So essentially they're going to be in their pit window.
Ah, come on.
17 is all by himself. He's got 1 car behind him. I believe that is Pro 75 that got caught up into something a little bit earlier in the race. Again, Dew is the only one. We do have a side-by-side battle between the 62 and the 78.
Yeah. Coming to 19 laps when Broom passes.
Keith is all by himself. Pro 75, and I think that, I don't know who's behind him.
Me.
is coming up on the 17. The 17 is getting very loose coming out of the corners.
Dan Cates behind Pro 75.
NASCAR 82 is all by himself. It looks like the 70 has elected to come down pit road and get 4 fresh tires and see if he can make up any track gains coming out of pit road on everybody else who has stayed out. Denkate is still riding around out here on the high side. The Maverick, I don't know if he just came off or if he's coming on pit road. BS is cut. Bowtie, we just saw a couple minutes ago, the 62 and the 78 were side by side, and now the 78 has essentially said, goodbye, see you later. I'm gonna go off on my own. Palm Coaster, believe is sitting in 4th. He's gonna signal coming down pit road. Somebody way in front also signaled that they were coming down. I don't know if that was Broom. Nope, Broom is staying out again. So, if you're in Broom's shoes and you saw last time that the 3 car had that big of a lead coming off pit road, would you take the chance, Denkate, to stay out this much longer?
Depends on where I am, what kind of strategy you're going to run too. Because I'm running I'm going to try it, but I can't say what I'm going to do.
Pabe, what are you guys exactly seeing on the broadcast? Sorry, I had to hurry up and get this set up, so I wasn't able to do a test run to see if there was anything wrong. So I apologize if you can't see car numbers or names.
What?
Not sure why that is. So it looks like everybody's coming down to make their last pit stop of the race. So we are going to go back on board with... So it looks like Palm Coaster is coming off pit road. Oh, we're going to ride on board with Old Johnny Boy again and see what is happening. And see if he regains the lead off from the 25. He's actually going to get a way bigger lead this time because the 25 wasn't even off pit road when he flashed by. So the 3 is going to have essentially an entire straightaway or more of a lead on the 25. He gone, I don't think has pitted yet. Who's the leader right now, Denkate?
The 8.
So the 8 car is going to stay out again. So I wonder if the 25 had any issues getting on pit road this time, knowing that he had to make up some ground on the 3 car, seeing the gap that he had last time.
It's possible.
I don't believe... Don't believe the 8 car signaled to pit. I think he just got loose coming off turn 2. We'll stay on board with him for a little while. So yeah, he is going to stay out again on these guys.
Yeah, because you're only allowed to save 5 laps of fuel, so...
Yeah, Javier, I'm not sure why that is. I am hardwired. They tell me I have fast internet, so I don't know exactly why the rest of it's blurry except for the number down in the corner, because I'm on the broadcast on my phone, and it's crystal clear.
Tell them the restart is,
Maybe try closing out YouTube and coming back in.
Somebody just hit me.
Somebody just hit the 48. Let's see if we can find out who it is.
I didn't go spin him, but...
Is it the 70? The 70's fired.
Yeah. Well, I think he's got it where he doesn't have to lift.
Yeah, so he may have one of the cars where he doesn't have to lift in the corners.
Ah, Hobries. Oh, he's not liking me right now.
49. He's trying to
I'm in
make
the
a
top
good
5.
thing or a bad thing good. Have you pitted yet?
No. I'm gonna have to,
Sure.
but
Who's the leader right now? The 62 or the 8?
8.
8 is still the leader.
Yep.
But he's about to be taken over from the 3, so this essentially is not...
Don't hit it. I hit it.
This is essentially not going to be a good move for the 8, because now the 20... I don't know what he's trying to do, if he's trying to make it the entire way, if he's been saving. I don't really know what his strategy is, or if he's going to help his teammate as long as possible get a bigger lead on the 25. But if the 8 pits late in the run, he's going to lose a lot of spots and essentially fall out of a podium position.
Depends how far he is ahead, too.
So 25, I'm assuming, is going to be second. So let's ride on board with him for a second. So he is still about a 3/4 of a straightaway behind the 3. And now he's got his teammate kind of pushing him to see if they can get him further out there, knowing that the 25 is going to
10
have
laps to go.
Longer, newer tires. Are you a lap down or are you on the lead lap?
I'm in 4th place on the lead lap.
So essentially, so the 8 car should still be the leader because he should have lapped.
He's still the leader.
Car. Okay. So the 3 car took his lap back. So he's on the tail end of the lead lap at the moment. You see the 49, and I think that is the 24 racing for position. '62 still all alone, nobody around. He's currently, I believe, on the 2nd position to the 8 car. Tom Coaster is, I would assume, sitting behind Broom, so when they cycle out, he should be running 3rd.
Pro 75 is 3rd. BS 14 is 2nd.
Yeah, so I'm talking about when you guys pit, they should all be cycling out into those positions. So Hegon is going to come down now. So is he going to take 4 tires, or is he going to take 2 tires and just as much fuel as he needs to get to the end? That's going to be the question, because he left the 3 car on the bumper coming down pit road. So do you pull a strategy call for the last, let's say, probably 6 laps? Can your setup make it those 2 laps, or those 6 laps on 2 tires? It can be sketchy. We're going to stay on board with him and see. So he's still in his pit stall, so I think he's going to end up taking 4 tires. So where is he going to fall to the 3? The 3 flashes by, so now where's the 25 come into frame? 25 flashes now, so then it's going to be the 22. That would be the next car to overtake him. 22 just flashed by as he's on the apron coming up to speed. And he should be clear for essentially when everybody pits 4th place. If not better, because he will have fresher tires, but he only has a handful of laps left to make up kind of the deficit that he's in. So we're going to go back on board and probably ride, and it looks like the 48's coming down pit road.
Oh yeah, you're way behind.
Coming off pit road, excuse me.
Oh.
Looks like the 62 is on the apron coming off the road as well. And I believe that is the 25. So does that make the 62 in 3rd place? So the 8 car is going to flash by the 22 with the new tires that he has. So essentially right now, old Johnny Boy, Denke, when you get to the line, let me know how many laps are left, is going to have, unless he wrecks or blows a tire or something, he's got this one. he's got a half of a straightaway on Broom. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to Broom on that pit stop. I don't know if he got loose getting on or, something happened. But he lost more time the second pit stop than he did on the first pit stop. How many laps are we at, Denkate?
I'm going to tell you right now. 5 laps to go.
And
so
you're
he's
1 lap down,
just
right?
hit 4.
So they're on 4
I'm on
to go.
lead lap. They just hit 4. They're just right behind me.
So we're going to stay on board with the 25 because essentially the 62 and the 8 are going to be close. That's going to be our closest battle coming to the, end of this race. I want to say the 62 is going to be either a lap down to these guys or 3rd place.
I don't know. But I don't know how I go in and I only get gas and no tires. I go in
That's
fourth,
the joy
and
of
I come out
NASCAR
13th.
Heat5. So the 8 car is going to flash by the 62. So the one thing that I am curious of is, can the 8 car bump the 25 from 2nd place coming down? Because they are on 3 laps to go right now, and the 8 car is driving everything he can out of that car. We're going to ride on board with him and see how close it's going to be, because they're going to be coming to 2 laps to go. So we are going to ride on board with him. He is going to get there. So the question is what is Broom going to do?
2 laps to go.
Is he going to block, or is he going to let him go? That's going to be the question. So the 8 car is going to be able to drive it way further into the corners than the 25. He's got way fresher tires than the 25. He's going to get him. He's going to go under him right here in the back straightaway. The 25 is not going to really fight him for the position. He's going to give away to the 8. But can he stay in the draft and essentially set up the 8 car going into turn 3 and 4 next time around? Because we are coming to the last lap. Your 3 car, Old Johnny Boy, has way out in front, is going to be the winner of this race. Hopefully, something doesn't happen.
I believe they are on the last lap now, so.
The 8 car flashed into 2nd place. Broom is making a run at him. Can he drive it into turn 3 for 2nd place? He is going to give it everything he can. He's going to bump
I just
the 8
stayed on
up.
the lead lap.
Can he get under him? Broom is gutty on the quarter panel. He's not there. The 8 car is going to hold it.
Yep, there it is.
Going to come across the line for 2nd, and Broom is going to come across the line for 3rd. So, as it stands, I believe, don't quote me, wait until Taddy releases points on whenever, but I believe Old Johnny Boy is going to be your C Customs champion for this season of Giggity GC Sports.
You know what I like? 2 races in a row, I believe, and I finish on the lead lap.
So anybody in the chat, if something happened during the race, please make sure that you send the video to Taddy so Taddy can review prior to points. So we are going to be inviting, are we doing the top 3 or what are we doing?
Hold on, and I'll tell you in a second. We can do all 3. I'm just waiting for the official results here. Send.
And everybody in YouTube land, I'm not sure who is doing your next race in the broadcast booth.
Oh, that would be. Oh my God, T-Bird.
OMG. I may have to go in the booth just because.
Well, ask him.
Taddy, if you're listening, make this happen. Thank you.
All right,
and then
who got the fastest lap?
Wayne Broom with the fastest lap of a 38.6.
Yeah.
38.8.
There.
He gone. Okay. Denke, I don't know if I have those guys as friends on my list, so that may be up to you.
Yep. Who do you need?
We need first, second, and third to be Old Johnny Boy, He Gone, and I think Broom.
Okay.
I will get on board with the 3.
Where was he? He was just there. Johnny Boy, why'd you? There you are. Johnny Boy. He gone. Oh my God! What the? Wrong button. Wrong button. Hold on here. He gone. Custom list. You said Broom?
Yep, and then He Gone.
And then He Gone.
So we will wait a couple of minutes and see who we can get in here from the top 3.
Alright. All the way down. Come on. I love when it doesn't load up fast enough. Past.
So what are your
There we go.
predictions for next race?
Next race, I'm gonna do a lot better.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to
Yeah.
know. At least you're thinking ahead.
Yep.
Looks like we have first and second in here so far. Then, do
Broom
you
might
want?
have another race. Oh shoot! I just sent those in the wrong chat.
What do you mean?
The pictures. The pictures.
Oh,
I sent them in the.
He Gone,
Tom
Old Johnny
chat.
Boy. Are you here?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't do this very often, so forgive me. I don't know the difference between everybody, so I'll learn voices here eventually. So we'll start with our second place driver, He Gone. Hi, He Gone.
What's up?
How are you?
Alright, how you doing?
Oh, great. So what was your strategy going into the race, kind of knowing that you really weren't... I mean, anything can happen for a championship. Well, I've been through plenty of seasons of this league to know that anything can happen. But essentially, sitting from the inside out, what was your goal this race as far as driving, and what did you plan on doing?
I try to run my lines and stay out of trouble, but I was in the front most of the time. The old Johnny Boy got me on that pit strategy, though.
So,
Fun.
when you saw his pit strategy, did it ever occur to you to not stay out in the second stage as long as you did? Or did you know, let me stay out, build a gap, because I can kind of have fresher tires for third and fourth place?
Yeah, I was trying to. That's exactly right. Messed it up. So good, though. That was a good race.
Hey, you came off pit road, and, I mean, within essentially 5 laps, went from 4th to 2nd, so that's nothing to bow your head at. I mean, next season, there's big changes for everybody, so kind of having a good race tonight, what are your plans next season in customs? What are you looking to bring to the season?
There's a lot of fast people on here to keep up with them, I guess.
That's true.
That's all I can say. They look pretty good. Pretty good, clean, fast drivers.
Hey, at least I stayed ahead of you two.
At least that old Johnny Boy, boy bad.
Denke, got anything for him?
Yeah, just keep me in mind when you go to pass me. Like, don't bump me. I don't know. Just kidding. You guys did a heck of a race, and I'm just glad I stayed ahead of y'all.
No, you did. I watched you all race. You kind of just were steady, consistently up in the top, 4 or 5. But good race, good way to end the season. Second place is, first loser, but
Hey,
Somebody's got to do it.
This is the highest I finished all season.
Hey, I can hear you. Trust
I'll
me.
take it.
I can tell you from a perspective, you know, being an A lobby driver in sliders, that's a hell of a group of fast guys too. But it's easy to learn things from them because essentially you're following them, you know, so many races and learning their lines that you're
right.
adjusting your driving style. And if you need to make a move on them and the last turn to go for the win, you know kind of what line they're going to run. So it can be beneficial to just, you know, part of the season run behind these guys and kind of learn what they're doing. And it, you know, it will help you kind of figure out, okay, I need to do this.
You're correct on that one. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the guys in their lines too. You get used, you try to learn anyway.
But hell of a job tonight. You got second place. Now we're going to move on. Third place has not joined, so we are going to move on to our race leader. And, again, don't quote me, but I believe is going to be your... I don't even know what season we're in.
This is season 2.
So, essentially your season 2 C Customs Championship driver for this season. Old Johnny Boy, how are you? I am doing wonderful. I was watching you the entire race when you came off pit road and were able to build an entire straightaway gap between you and Broom. Broom caught you back down that second or that first pit stop, but that second pit stop you were gone. But what was your mindset going into this race? Because my perspective as a driver is if you're in a championship battle with somebody, Johnny Boy, I don't think they can hear you. Are you on always low? The chat is saying they can't hear you. But essentially, from driver to driver, going into this race, you knew, hey, I just need to run good. I can do this. I can have the championship. Was anything playing in your head about not falling too back into the pack and essentially getting caught up in something? I know you had. I don't remember the exact points lead, so. So was that in your mind that essentially you could get caught up in something and essentially give it away to Palm Coaster? Right. DNK, any questions?
Yeah, you can't hear them, but I can hear music on your stream for some reason. No. I hear like lobby music coming from the broadcast. So you're low on my headset, so you may be low, like the music might be overpowering your voice, so they might not be able to hear you. The lobby music. No.
No, you had a good
Justin's
race.
Background mute. Justin's
No, it's not mine.
noise. No?
Mine's off.
Huh.
Or is it from the broadcast?
Yeah, I think it's from the broadcast.
I think I may have forgot to turn it off in the broadcast. My bad.
There you go. See, that's... Yeah. All good.
But,
Rookie
no,
mistake.
Assuming you had a good season, you know, it seems like a close battle with everybody. But how does it feel going into next season knowing, hey, C Customs champion? What are you looking to bring to next season?
Yep. It's going to be the Cup Series. Maybe. We gotta hope. I get it. We weren't supposed to say that on air. It's all good.
Are you nervous about any drivers next season?
That's right. You'll do great. You're a great driver.
Yeah, he is.
Same with Hegon. He's pretty good too.
I tried to.
I suck.
Johnny Boy, I'm gonna win. They switch strategy. Got get ready, get a win, though, buddy.
Yep.
Ben K, what time does the Sliders race start?
The Sliders race will be starting in
Soon, I think.
40 minutes. 7:35.
Are we going to see any of
Bobby
you guys
and Bites are
besides
starting
Ben
at
K?
7:10. Yeah, Dan, Kate, Hegon, and I think old Johnny Boy.
Oh. I'm hopefully going to be in the booth with you guys.
Racing. I'm on the Sliders. So.
You're not?
Uh-uh.
Oh. Okay.
But we are going to wrap it up for tonight. Denke, any last thoughts before you switch over to your Sliders portion?
Oh, it was a great race. I loved it. It wasn't really that many accidents. There was a few, but some of the drivers focused and got back up there. They did great. Now let's hope the Slider guys can do the same thing. But expect a 26 car field.
Well, guys, I'm going to retire here. I may be in the booth for the next race. I won't be the one leading it. Thank God. I don't mind commentating.
You did good.
Running it, not my thing. I'm better behind the wheel and in a Clint Boyer aspect. But this is your one and only driver of the number 43. Last season put in Knievel's 43. Signing off for the night. Good job, you guys. Congrats, old Johnny Boy, on the championship. I look forward to seeing what you can bring to the next season. I think I can say for everybody here, next season, everybody's excited to see what's going to happen. We're going to have hopefully bigger car fields with, higher number turnouts. So that's going to make things even more interesting. But we are going to sign off here for the night. And we will be back for the Sea Sliders in just a short time. As Pudding would say, bye!